The hospital, when you go there, it looks fantastic. But it is actually emphasizing on clinical services. The area of medical education, the area of research, it's not there. And that is where we feel that good as the hospital is, the main purpose of innovation, research, that aspect is not there. So on behalf of the school, School of Health Sciences, which comprises nursing, School of Medicine, pharmacy. There are 5 schools, public health. We are really asking that building that was purposely to house those, can we at least, even before we tackle other issues, can we be able to use that? And also the special labs that are in the main building. Chair, we have already said what is now the mortuary there is actually what was supposed to be a lab, a special lab for pathology. And that is the only lab we can use for actually teaching master students. We have 3 master student classes, which has been approved even by Q, and we cannot actually, start them because we don't have the facility. So our prayer is that although we would like to have our hospital back, for now, can we start using those facilities? As you go to the hospital, yes, I will show you where it was. It was ours, but it has been taken.
And then, as the chair, my DC said, the most important one is in every department, there is a departmental research lab. Just the way the Kenyatta National Solar University Nairobi were built. And we took the contractors to see one of the departments at KNH so that we copy-paste what is going on. Because these are very important for the research, for the staff, and also postgraduate programs. We also had the idea of starting pharmaceutical manufacturing center because there are several hospitals coming up there, and it was also going to be used for teaching the pharmacy students and actually also manufacturing drugs and doing drug trials. Again, that is our plan, which has been taken over by people who took the hospital. Done the proposal, drawings, and all the technical details. The only thing is, if you look at the document which is going on, all those facilities which were proposed by by Kenyatta University has been taken over by the facilities that run them.
Our strategic plan.
2016 to 2026. So we had to come up with a medical hub. We come up with a medical hub which was comprising of these hospitals, the current hospital, Children Women Hospital. We also supposed to come up with pharmaceutical manufacturing plant, amongst others. So these were all creating this. But now, the time at which the hospital was established as a parastatal, these facilities, somehow they have all been taken, such that from the communication we are getting from the hospital is part of the projects that they are now pushing to establish from that end. So this has really affected the university strategic plan, which was to ensure that we have this by the year 2026. So that's an issue.
I wanted to actually talk about, has partly been mentioned by Senator Newto here. And really, I honestly do not have very many details of this case. But being on the side of the students, I feel the guys who are suffering here most are the students. Because in as much as they have very well built buildings, It takes them a very long time, and you heard from the submissions we had on Friday that even after they will be allowed to access the hospital can only take 100 students. So what then happens to the other number of students who would want to learn practically? So that would be what I would add on top of what Senator Newton has just mentioned.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So, Kenyatta, have capacity to run the hospital. What happens if actually there are riots? First of all, Chair, I want to say this. When the hospital was taken away from us, we had already made all the plans. We had actually gone out and come up with a business plan, which we were facilitated by a professional firm, and we came up with a plan, a business plan, which actually we took to Treasury, and the Treasury bought the plan, and the plan was we were going to actually run the hospital, and in the 4th year, we were going to break even. So we were ready, and actually, Chair, we were given money for the first phase, which was we were to take 160 beds rather than 600 in the first, phase, and we are all ready actually to do that. So, in terms of capacity, we have the capacity. We have the professors who will be working in the hospital. The student will be paying fees, and we are saying if we are given that hospital now,